All right, listen up, because you will not believe what went down at the office last week. We enjoy gossip here. I'm telling you guys this story, spilling some tea, like I am telling it to one of my friends, lol. Let's get started. So, you know Mark, right? The oh-so-perfect golden boy of the marketing department? Always on time, always prepared, and somehow manages to look like he just stepped out of a GQ magazine? Yeah, him. Well, buckle up, because it turns out Mr. Perfect isn't so perfect after all. So, it all started last Monday when Sarah, from HR, the one with the sharp bob and an even sharper tongue, noticed something off about Mark. Now Sarah notices everything, so when she raises an eyebrow, you know something's up. Apparently he came in late. I know, big deal, right? But Mark? Late? Unheard of. Then she noticed he looked a little, I don't know, ruffled. Not his usual put-together self. Fast forward to the lunch break, and who do we see sneaking into the stairwell? Mark. And guess who follows him in barely 30 seconds later? None other than Lisa from accounting. Now, if you've been keeping up with office gossip, which, duh, of course you have, you know Lisa is very much engaged. As in, been planning her Pinterest perfect wedding for a year, engaged. So, when Sarah texts me about this, I nearly spit out my coffee. Naturally, we couldn't let this slide without further investigation. Cue Nancy from IT, who has more connections than the actual Wi-Fi in this office. We start putting the pieces together, and it turns out, get this, Mark and Lisa have been sneaking off together for weeks. Weeks! And the kicker? Lisa's fiancé works in the same building. Not our company, but the law firm on the 10th floor. Oh, but wait, it gets better. On Wednesday, we're all pretending to be productive when an email comes through from our lovely office manager, Linda. Subject line? Mandatory staff meeting, 3 p.m. Now, mandatory meetings usually mean one of three things: budget cuts, someone got fired, or someone's in trouble. And let me tell you, the way people were whispering around the break room, you'd think we were about to witness an episode of The Real Housewives, Corporate Edition. So, 3 p.m. rolls around, and we're all crammed into the conference room, waiting. In walks Linda, and behind her Mark and Lisa. They look tense. Lisa won't make eye contact with anyone. And Mark looks like he's about to throw up. Then, in true dramatic fashion, Linda clears her throat and says, I wanted to address something before rumors get out of hand. Which, let's be honest, is basically confirming that the rumors are already out of hand. Turns out, Lisa's fiancé found out about the affair and decided that the best course of action was to come to our office and confront Mark. In the lobby. During lunch rush. I swear to you, I have never regretted stepping out for a coffee run more in my entire life. Apparently there was yelling, threats of lawsuits. He is a lawyer after all, and according to Becky, who saw it all from the reception desk, a full-on shove. Security had to step in. I mean, you cannot make this stuff up. By the end of the meeting, Lisa was in tears. Mark looked like he wanted the earth to swallow him whole, and Linda just stood there like a disappointed mother. The verdict? Lisa decided to resign, was politely forced out, and Mark got transferred to another branch for a fresh start. And just like that, the greatest scandal in our office history came to a close. But honey, you know we're going to be talking about this for years. Moral of the story? If you're going to have a scandalous workplace romance, maybe don't do it where Sarah from HR can see you. Anyway, that's all I got now. Tell me, what's the latest tea on your floor? Spill.